Hello, Visionaries. Welcome to KetanVision. I am your host, Eli Ketan, and with me is a person who has multiple hats that they have worn throughout their time being alive, Miss Heather Gay.
Hello.
How's it going?
It's going pretty good.
Man, I'm ready for summer to hit.
I am too. I'm tired of this up and down.
Yes, exactly. And I have a pool that is green right now, but that'll be rectified soon.
Pool party.
Yeah, with like the huge Pegasus like big floaty thing, and I'll have like a White Claw. I'll be living my white girl summer all day, every day.
The whole neighborhood's gonna be jealous.
I would hope so. And I'll have my laptop with me so I can like solve crises at the same time as that I'm hanging out. But we were hanging out the other weekend of my birthday, and we ended up at a place called Fran's.
We did. Yes.
A very eclectic joint. The owner is very, very cool. She, in her own way.
She's intimidating.
Yes.
In a way.
And a lot of like these hole in the wall joints. How long have you been like living in the Nashville area?
Oh man. Nashville, 2012. But I've been in Tennessee since 2009.
2009. What brought you to Tennessee?
Oh, it's a long story.
And I'm here to listen.
Oh man, so I grew up in Modesto, California. Normally when I say that, people say, oh, like I drove through there once. But they didn't get out of their car, like really like spend much time there because it's just gross. Like it looks dangerous in certain areas. You just don't want to check it out.
Looks like you seeing it through the lens of like Breaking Bad, where it's all like brown colored. And
it's all like, you're just like, I don't know. Okay, goodbye, and just keep going. But yeah, I grew up there, and my whole life I just wanted to leave. So once I started getting older, I actually went to cosmetology school. A lot of people don't know that about me.
Cosmetology, okay.
Yeah, I went when I was in high school, and I was like, all right, I'm going to make some money and save up and get out of here. So I did. I started saving up money, and then after a while, I was like, all right, where am I going to go? And I chose Tennessee. So
completing cosmetology, does that mean like you're an esthetician? Is that the correct term for that?
No, I think a cosmetologist is the right word for it.
So you completed that?
Yes.
Did you like doing makeup?
Like, I did hair mostly.
Okay.
Sometimes I did makeup. It's like you kind of learn everything. Mm-hmm. So it's like all the things. But I sucked at a lot of the things. But I just did what I could to make that money.
I can blow dry and tease your hair. I got that on lock.
Yeah, I got it. Granny hair, wasn't very good at it.
So you got to Tennessee.
Yeah.
And how old were you?
I was 19.
19?
Yeah. Going
solo? Did you know anybody here?
I ended up connecting with some people that lived in Tullahoma, Tennessee, which is where I moved to, which there is nothing there at all.
It's another Modesto.
It's like the clean, like, country farm version of Modesto. It's the complete opposite of Modesto, pretty much, but that's where I went, and it was a real culture shock. And people were kind of afraid of me.
Really?
A little bit, yeah. Like, usually the older, like, farmers, they were like, what's this, like, circus girl doing here? Like...
Did you already have, like, the tats and stuff
like,
prior to going there? Okay, so you were a culture shock to them, too.
Yeah, it was weird. It was funny. I was actually, it was when I had just first moved there, I was grocery shopping, and I was in a Food Lion. And, like, I was pushing my cart around. It was, like, all quiet in there. And, like, you get that feeling when someone's staring at you. Mm-hmm. So I, like, started looking over, and there was this little old lady, like, hunched over her cart, and she was just staring at me intensely, and then she just screamed, "What have you done to yourself?"
You need Jesus.
It was terrifying.
And so you got to Tullahoma.
Yeah.
Did you continue being a cosmetologist?
I did not. No.
Okay, so you're like, did you try to pursue, or were you finding that like from your image and your look that people were like, oh, well, I don't really want her to do it.
Yeah, it was kind of like that was part of it for sure. But I actually there was like 2 towns over in Shelbyville, Tennessee. There was this little like a little technical college there, and I decided to try taking some classes there, even though I was computer illiterate. Like I didn't know how to do anything on a computer.
How do I turn this thing on?
Yes, I was like, I can check the Facebooks and the emails, and that's about it. So I went there and struggled through several classes, and then it started clicking, and I started liking it, so I kept doing it, and then I ended up getting my first job in Nashville. And so I moved to Murfreesboro at first because it wasn't as far, and then eventually to Nashville.
Taking those classes, was it like part of a degree program or just kind of like a computer literacy course?
It was like certification based. So
Okay.
like I have a bunch of certifications because that's like all I did at the tech school. So it's like A plus, network plus, like security plus, like all
The trifecta.
Yeah, all that stuff. So they just focused on those and helped you like study for it and like get prepped. But it was cool. They did a lot of like hands on with you and stuff.
So you got your first gig doing IT. Was that the help desk?
It was the help desk.
Helping with those printers?
3.5 years of help desk.
Man, that's an eternity.
It was a long time.
Did you feel confident, like just going through those that technical course, like when you went to your first interview for it, where you're like, what am I doing here right now?
And no, I actually did my first few months when I was working IT at the help desk. I was not doing well because I was all like book, like in like all books and no hands-on, like no like life, like real life experience.
Yeah.
So like things would happen and people would be like, "Can you help me with this?" And I was just like,
I cannot.
Let me ask somebody. I don't know.
Yeah.
I like didn't know how to use Google right yet, to like do my job, but it got better and then it was fine.
You didn't know the proper keyword searches yet to get you where you needed to go to act like you already had the knowledge on hand.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Can you repeat that? Oh yes. Okay. Okay. So you're gonna do this now. That there you go.
My friend Fred, she's a computer operator. Like that's it. So I'm not sure where that is in terms of like help desk, but
Yeah.
he's like, all he does is like, if he sees a problem, he's just like escalate. He'll just like ship it off to team. So I'm like, all right, I guess that is a job, just to be the one to sort the tickets out and not actually have to do something.
Someone's got to do it. Yeah.
So you worked there for 3 years, but you're also doing music. Were you doing music at that time or was that prior?
No, I hadn't done anything. Like I had never been in like a band before or anything. And I think when did I start doing that? I think it was like 2013 is when I started singing in a band. Yeah.
All right. So you're doing help desk. You're typing on the keyboards.
Yeah.
And then was someone just like, you got to look. I like your look. Can you sing? Or were you just like, I want to express myself and sing. Someone give me a band.
This is actually also a funny and weird story. Oh man. So I decided I wanted to start doing something fun, and I didn't really know anybody. Like I didn't really have any friends. Like I was like dating a guy, but that was like I just didn't really know anyone. So I was like, I gotta like find ways to meet friends, but I want to do something like cool and fun. So
Yeah.
I'm like, how can I do this in a place where I know no one? You gotta post that Craigslist ad.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I really did. I know. It's so hilarious. It's so bad.
Oh, what did it say on the Craigslist ad?
Oh, man, I don't remember. I wish I did, though. But it was ridiculous. But it was something about, like, that I could sing, and I was, like, and what types of music I could do, and, like, that I wanted to, like, start a band or, like, even just play and, like, make friends with people. And, and then I ended up meeting 2 guys. One that's actually going to be a bridesmaid in our wedding, but 2 guys that I became like best friends with, and we like made this band, and it was a lot of fun. Yeah, but just Craigslist. If you want to start a band, just go on Craigslist.
Did you get multiple hits prior to choosing them, or
Not really
Yeah.
funny. Yeah, they just started like talking to me on there, and I was like, "Oh, hey, the guys aren't crazy." And like we like met in a public place, and
Of course.
yeah, and it was fun.
Come to my van for a tryout real quick. It's the white one that doesn't have windows. If you can test your vocals over here, that'd be great.
There's just like a trail of candy like going around the corner, like into a dark like doorway. Yeah. Nope, that didn't happen.
It says path to record deal. You go like, okay, yeah, great.
Yeah.
When did you discover your penchant for wanting to be like the vocalist? You know, because like putting yourself out there and like your throat is your instrument pretty much, and you're the face. Like, what made you want to be like, yeah, I can step on stage and I can look at people and have all these eyes on me and be me out there?
I don't know. It was weird because when I was like, I feel like most kids growing up, they want to do something like, like it's always the same thing. It's like, I want to be a police officer. I want to be a singer. Like I was the kid that was like, I want to be a singer. So I would like sing by myself in places, but never like anywhere really.
The shower.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, that was that was most of my career. But yeah, I don't know. It was just weird how it happened, I guess. But yeah, I never really thought about it until like, 2013. I was like, oh, that'd be cool if I tried it. So I did, and like it was funny though. Like we like wrote some songs and like practiced them, and like we had a space that we practiced in, and we were always hanging out. And then we were like, oh, okay, like it's time to start playing shows now. Oh man.
How did that go?
Oh man, like there's a have you ever been to like the Exit Inn before?
Like, is that place? That place is about to like
Be gone.
be gone. R.I.P.
I know, yeah. But so if you're at the Exit Inn in front of it, looking at the street, and you're looking across kind of by the alley, there's a really small venue.
Oh, okay. Remember the Exit Inn? No, we were at the other place. Yeah.
It's like behind a pizza place by an alley. It's like in shambles. Like that's the end, and that was where our first show was. And we found some bands that would play with us because like no one wants to play with you if you don't have like a million like Facebook likes. That's,
Yeah,
like,
you
how
don't have
get
that
shows.
clout.
Yeah, even though it means absolutely nothing most of the time. But anyways, we like played a show there, but as soon as we got on stage, it was like really horrible. I like just like completely forgot everything.
You forgot the words.
Everything, yeah. But it was like funny because in our band I had like this like pedal board that I put together, and I had all these like effects on my vocals, so like different like distortions and stuff. So once I realized that I like forgot everything, I just like put a bunch of stuff on that sounded cool, and I was singing just random things into the mic, but it sounded awesome, so everyone thought it was like me actually singing.
I washed the dishes today, and I walked the dog.
I just peed a little. Yeah.
I'm having a panic attack.
But yeah, it was like so terrible, but I like got better at it. Like I had to keep making myself do it like over and over again, and then I wasn't like scared anymore, and I didn't care. But
yeah,
it was funny though, like learning that I was like terrified. I was like, oh god.
So you like bombed but didn't bomb at the same time.
I did what I could to cover up my bomb. But it was there, and I think some people knew, but I fooled a lot of people, I think. But
when you got off the stage, were you just like, man, I'm fucking glad that's over? Or
it's like, oh my fuck, that was terrible. And then I was just like pounding beers at the bar, and I was like,
let me forget this.
I hate myself. I'll never be a star.
We're never gonna make it.
Yeah.
No one's gonna book us again.
Oh man, yeah, that was so bad. But I'll never forget it. It was hilarious.
And then you guys just like went back to the drawing board, like tightened up a little bit more.
Yeah, we like wrote better songs and stuff. And then I think it was only after like, I think we were playing shows for like a year. And then we were like, all right, so we're just gonna like go on the road, and like we're just gonna book like a bunch of shows and just like get a van and live out of it and just like go all over the US. So it's actually 2.5 years service desk because I took like a year off.
Oh, okay.
Forgot about that. But yeah, we did that though. We bought a van. We like took the back seats out so we could all lay down in the back. Like God, that was dirty living.
Yeah, couldn't afford the hotel rooms yet, or even the motels yet.
Oh yeah, we saved all of this money up so that we could do it, and we didn't have like money for luxuries. Like, you know, it was just like we lived in a van. We were like
Down by the river.
Yeah, we were gross van people, and we played shows and we had fun. Like, and sometimes, you know, when we were like hungry and it was, you know, between a Subway sandwich or a pack of beer, we chose the beer.
I mean, carbs. It's got carbs.
It's like bread. It's like liquid bread.
You got to get like Guinness because that way you'll feel full at the same time.
Yeah. You know. But yeah, it was really fun though, like, to do that. Yeah.
That's pretty dope. And how long did you end up doing that for?
I think it was a total of 3 months only, but then we were like playing a lot of shows when we got back still from that, and I didn't go back to IT right away, and I was doing like weird jobs, like I was kind of doing like warehouse jobs. These are not on my resume,
Of course.
Yeah, but
I pack stuff and unpack stuff.
For several months I was putting together center consoles for vehicles.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, I was like doing weird stuff like that, like in assembly lines, like yeah. Just like low income, but like, you know.
Real blue collar.
Yeah, but like I didn't care about it, so I just did it and like got my money and like went out and partied and played shows and like hung out with my friends. I was young.
Yeah. Well, I mean, at that age, is that not the life?
You're supposed to be doing that. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. You're not supposed to already be thinking about your 401k at that time.
Oh, I wasn't.
Though, if you want to be more fiscally responsible than us, then make sure you have a good 401k.
Yes. It's so important.
How long was your tenure in the band?
Until right before me and Sean started dating, actually. It was 2015. Yeah, May 2015 is like the last show we played. Yeah.
Was it just kind of like this has reached the pinnacle of what it's going to be, or where you're like, I like doing this, but I feel like my path is going somewhere else?
No, it wasn't. It was actually like at the point that we were at, we had actually started meeting some people that were in bigger bands, because we had a record that we never got to record that was way better than our other stuff. Like, 'cause we spent like a lot of time on it, and like we got a lot better, and we started meeting people from like Cage the Elephant and like all these other bands, and they were gonna help us, and we were like, oh, like this is gonna be awesome now, and like we just met on Craigslist a few years ago, like
this was meant to be.
But unfortunately, like one of the guys in the band had a lot of like mental health issues, so it kind of got to just like a breaking point with him where we just like, you know, me and like Kevin were just like, like we can't do this anymore, like it's like we gotta stop doing it, because it was just like everyone was miserable, and like he wasn't taking care of himself, and it was just like not going like the right way, so it just ended. Yeah, it sucks. But it's okay.
Yay, another door opens. So you get at that point, are you still working odd jobs, like after the dissolution of your band?
No, when was it? A few months later, actually, a few months later, because I was still working at the service desk, and then a few months later, I got my first security job, and that's when all that started. Yes.
Have you found it like interesting trying to like interview with your tattoos? Man. As I mean, like, they're out there,
Yeah.
And like corporate office type positions, like they're still very like, conservative in that way, where you wear your collared shirts, be clean.
Yeah. Yeah.
Have you found that as like any type of like barrier, or were you just like, well, if the job's meant to be, or I know what I know, they'll accept me no matter what?
Pretty much. Like, I just stopped caring, and when I first started working in IT, I was really scared to let anyone see my tattoos, and when I got my first like service desk job, when I was interviewing for it, it was like summer was just starting. It was really hot outside, but I interviewed in a turtleneck. I like wore it to the like office and interviewed in it. Like I interviewed there like a few times for the job. Wore a turtleneck every time. Got the job, and then I wore a turtleneck every day, all summer.
Whoa.
Yeah, it was horrible. It was so horrible. I would like wear a t-shirt underneath, and as soon as I got into my little car, like after work, I would just like rip the turtleneck off, and I was like, ah, God, like, oh, it was miserable. But it was funny because like once I started like doing okay there, like one day, like one of the directors, like, it was a real prick, but he came later on, but he came in and he was like, you know, we know you've got tattoos under there. Like, you don't have to wear that every day. You've been doing really well, and like, just don't worry about it. And he was like, and I was like, oh, really? Like, this is amazing. And I was like, super happy. And he was like, do you mind? Like, can I like see like what's on your neck? Is it like a little like this or that? And I pulled it down. And he was like, oh Jesus, you know, because he like wasn't expecting it. But but I don't know. After that, I kind of just decided, like, I was like, I'm not doing that again. Like, if once I interviewed for my next job, like out of that company, you know, I was like, I'm not going through that. Like, if they don't want to hire me for what I know, like, I don't want to work there, you know. So I just never tried to hide anything anymore. So, but it seems like it's fun. I feel like it's like people are like, some still care, like you were saying, but I feel like a lot of people are kind of like whatever about it, you know, like it's not a big deal.
Oh yeah, for sure now.
Yeah,
because I know when I was like getting my tattoos, like I made sure that
yes,
I could. Well, yeah, in the army, like it was like frowned upon to get like hand tattoos and all that stuff, and so I was like, well, if I'm wearing something that's covering, like, you won't know that I have tattoos unless I'm like wearing a short sleeve shirt or whatever.
Yeah.
So, like, but now, in today's age, like, I have a sleeve. You know, you're tatted. Chris is tatted up. You know, it's just kind of. It is what it is now. I think the military, like the people getting out of the military, have like forced companies to be okay with it.
That's probably a huge part of it, I feel like. Because like all these like tatted military guys are like, I'm smart, hire me, and they're like, okay.
Yeah. Just because I look this way doesn't mean I don't know how to program something.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
You know, you're pretty fascinating because you know, we went to jiu-jitsu, and then you said that you like actually did karate. You know, like just like karate chopping mofos in tournaments and stuff. How long did you do martial arts for?
Yeah, I did Taekwondo, and I did it for, oh my God. I think I did it for like 5 years or something like that. I did it for like a good chunk of time. When I was like younger though, like elementary school, middle school, like beginning of high school, I think. But yeah, it was cool. I did that for a long time, and I was pretty crazy about it. I was there like every day they were open, like early in the morning till like they closed.
Oh man!
Like I was there. I would stay like through all the classes, just if I could, like in the summer and stuff. You know, like I would stay all day. But yeah, I was pretty nuts about it. It was cool.
Getting those reps in. So, like, what do you like to do now for a hobby? Since, you know, you did the whole musician thing, and that's like pretty dope performing. Like, that's like a pretty high level, like, type of, I don't want to say hobby, because you said that, like, you would have made it if you guys could. I mean, like, you would have kept pursuing it and not have just like, and then, you know, doing Taekwondo. What do you do now? Like, to...
I actually turned into someone that just really enjoys doing things outside. I love like anything outside. I love like riding bikes. I love kayaking like a lot. We were doing some like rock climbing that I got to get back into before the pandemic.
Yeah.
Yeah, all that stuff. Pretty much anything like outdoorsy, like the hiking, all that stuff. I just love it. So I feel like I just kind of gravitate towards like anything that's outside and like kind of sporty and fun.
Yeah, that's dope. DJ and I, like a couple years back, we went whitewater rafting because we got it on that Groupon.
Yeah,
that was dope.
Was it scary though?
No, not really. Like, well, it was awesome because the instructor or guide that's on there with you was like, you guys look like you're all are in shape. You guys get the good raft, like the one, like the smaller, lighter one that you can just go flying on.
Oh my God.
10 out of 10 would do it again. I highly recommend doing it. You're just gonna be like, whoa! You'll just be flying.
Yeah, I've heard great things, but it like every time I see a picture of people doing it where they're just like flying in the air and like everyone's screaming, I'm like, oh, it looks kind of scary.
At certain points.
I'd be like the girl that's just like, they're like, she hit a rock, and like pulling me out of the water, like, ah.
Well, you have to like sit on the side of the raft, kind of.
Okay.
And it's like, my fear was like a trampoline. You know, if you go down, it, like your ass bounces and you like fly off out of there. I'd be like, I didn't want to be whisked down and be like, not me.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
Wasn't supposed to be this way. But I've liked outdoorsy stuff too. And the pandemic kind of sucked because I like doing Spartan races or any of those type of like obstacle course, like mud races.
Oh, I haven't done that before.
You got to do it. You got to do one. You got to do at least one. And then tell me how you feel about it afterwards. Okay. And make Sean go too.
Oh, yeah, he would do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. Everyone needs to get in shape, especially because of the pandemic and stuff. I have found myself being like super sedentary sometimes. And you're just like, I'm a lard ass on the couch, resting like a piece of pizza on my stomach while trying to flip through stuff. And be like,
yeah.
I'm fine.
Just eating like way too much ice cream like I was doing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God.
I'm bulking. Leave me alone.
Yeah.
When the lockdown happened for you, did you, and those unhealthy habits of just like eating a gallon of ice cream, mm-hmm. What did you try to do to like stay sane? Especially because where you live starts to get like smaller and small. You're just like the walls are closing in. What do I do?
Yeah. I think that was when I started spending more time outside. That made me like. I already liked doing things outside before mm-hmm. that happened, but it kind of got me more into it because there was nothing else to do, and you can't stay inside all day because you feel insane. So it's like I would just find things to do like outside, like in nature, and it was nice.
Yeah, there's a lot of like virtual like runs that you can do, and I chose the Hadrian's Wall. It was like 90 miles. Like you have to run 90 miles.
Oh man!
I mean, not like at once. I'd be hella impressed with myself.
So like a sleeping bag on your back, so you can just like crash. Yeah.
Some of those ultra marathon runners and stuff that do those, like they don't rest really. They'll just kind of like they'll have a team with a car that has like food and supplies and stuff, and they'll change their socks or bandage the blisters, eat something, and then they're back on going.
Oh my God, it's intense.
Yeah, it's hardcore. But I only did like 4 to 5 miles a day, just to give myself something to do while everything was closed.
Yeah, that's a good amount.
Yeah,
it's more than I can do.
That's not true.
It's true.
Aren't you like a long distance runner?
No, I mean I used to be, but like. You get older, you start drinking a lot of beer and not eating as healthy. Just kind of sitting around.
Yeah,
that's what happened to me. Now I'm trying to get healthy again.
Eating healthy is hard.
Oh man,
because I always fall into the trap of I have bought a bunch of food, but that has made me hungry, so I'm going to order something.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you were talking about that.
Yeah. All this healthy food shopping. I deserve a pizza afterwards.
Yeah, we finally went shopping pizza. Yes.
Or you're just like, I never felt so lazy having to prepare myself food sometimes. You're just like, is there anything microwavable? Or you check your account and be like, how many days till payday?
Yeah.
Oh, I could spend some money here on Uber Eats, paying $15 delivery fee.
Oh my god.
That's fine.
Yeah. I know. I almost ordered something on there the other day, and then I looked at the delivery fee, and it was like $20, and I was like, "Oh my my God, no.
Yeah.
What am I doing?
Yeah.
And then I got in my car and like drove to go get it. I was like, what is wrong with me? Gotta start driving more.
I know. Those, because back in the day, the only thing that you could get delivered
Like
was
pizza.
pizza and Chinese food.
Yeah.
That was it.
But now everything.
Everything is
You
at
can
your
get a
fingertips.
coffee delivered now.
You can get beer delivered.
Crazy. I forgot. Yes.
Yeah, so that's even like another level of.
I know, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Things have really changed.
Like out here in the country where I'm at, like Uber and DoorDash aren't really the options around here. So we use like premium food delivery, and the first thing that pops up is like the liquor stores.
Oh man,
like,
that's hilarious.
I was hungry, but now I'm thirsty.
Yeah. I need that drink.
Need that drink. Oh, soreness. I always find myself like I'll go like hard for like 2 weeks working out, and then somehow the next 2 weeks either I'm on call,
Yeah.
and then after that 1 week that I don't want to do anything, or like I'm on call, it's like the next week I just don't do anything, and then I start back up going hard another 2 weeks.
Yeah.
It's like a vicious cycle where I'm like, why haven't I learned my lesson? You just keep going.
Yeah.
and not
It's so hard to
stopping
go all the
myself.
time.
How do you motivate yourself?
Oh my God. I look in the mirror. No, I'm just kidding. No, well, I'm getting married, so, that motivates me now.
Okay.
Yeah, I know. It also motivates me, like, just thinking, like, that I should be a better person than I am. So I'm just like, you're better. You can do better than this. Come on.
I have potential.
Mostly. No, yeah, I, like, bought my wedding dress already like a psychopath, so... now I'm just like, I gotta lose like this much more weight, and I'm like crazy about it. But then I'll do like what I did last night and eat a bunch of like Korean barbecue.
Delicious.
So good. Yeah. I was like, and yeah, followed by 2 cookies the previous, the following day, just, you could just gotta try. You're gonna mess up some days, but
It's true.
it's okay.
But when I mess up, I go hard. Like,
Yeah.
If I've already started this
That's
cheat
how
day,
I am.
I'm going all the way.
Usually, like, even today, I was like, well, I already messed up yesterday, so, I might as well enjoy my weekend, yeah. Which is not good, but it's happening, so
Yeah.
it's fine.
Like sometimes I find myself, because I don't move a lot until it's like jujitsu or something, or
Yeah.
like when I'm not like on the 2 weeks of not working out or whatever, I'm very sedentary, so I don't burn a lot of calories. So I'm like not hungry. So then my whole like metabolism is like messed up. So I'm like, I gotta force myself to eat, and,
Yeah.
like, drink water, and try to be somewhat healthy.
You're like, I gotta live.
Man, I did like the Nashville Rock and Roll like half marathon like a couple years ago, and I was like, I did that like I was in the army then, and I just had like very little training, did it, but now I struggle going down and back up my driveway. I'm like,
man.
this is I'm climbing Everest over here.
Yeah. Oh man, yeah. I used to smoke a lot of cigarettes, like a pack and a half a day for like a very long time.
Okay, cowboy.
Yeah, I know. Me and Sean were the same way. We were just we were like chimney, like just constantly smoking, like. And
Menthols or non-menthols?
Oh, menthol for me.
Hey, I didn't know.
I love those menthols. But yeah, I was like, we got to the point where we were so bad. We had just got our bikes, and I was still smoking at the time, and I was trying to ride my bike up this. I'll call it a hill, but it really wasn't. It was not that steep. And I was like going up this thing, and I got to the top, and I thought I was gonna die. Like my heart was racing, and I couldn't breathe. And I was like, "Oh my god, dude, this is so sad." Like I was like, I'm so out of shape, and just like smoke too much, so I like can't breathe. And then like I think that was like what finally got me to quit smoking. Ugh.
How was quitting? Did you just go cold turkey? Did you use like the gums or the patches?
Yeah, this last time that actually worked, like just had to do cold turkey, because what we had tried before it was like the first 2 times we tried to quit is we got the gum. No, and then we just got addicted to the gum.
Yeah, because it's like dip. Honestly,
it's like it's really intense. It's more intense than smoking. And then for like months at a time too, we'd end up still chewing the gum, but also smoking cigarettes. So it was just like doing all the things. Mm-hmm. So it's like I feel like you just gotta quit. Like maybe the patch helps. I never tried that. I don't know, but it was so hard though to just like cold turkey. It was insane.
Do you get sometimes like when you're drinking, have a good time, and you end up like in a smoky area? Do you sometimes get that urge to like want a cigarette?
I did for like a few months, but then like even like when we were all at Fran's, like normally, if I had walked into a smoky place like that, I would have wanted to smoke immediately, and I would have been trying to bum a cigarette from somebody or buy a pack. But I was like totally fine. I was like, all right,
Yeah.
yeah.
Like I'll, I'm still on like the vape, like I moved off of cigarettes and stuff. But it's like, cause like when you have that one cigarette, like, like when you've been drinking, you're like, you want it. Cause it's like almost like burgers and fries, a drink and a cigarette.
Yeah.
And then like the next, you're just like, why did I do that to myself? This is awful.
Yeah.
You're just like, and then you find yourself at the gas station buying a pack because you've already
That's what always
crossed
happens.
the threshold.
Yeah, you have a few, and then you buy a pack. That's what always happens. And then you're just like wake up the next day and you feel terrible because you smoked like a bunch of cigarettes like outside of your house or something by yourself. You're just like, yeah, it's so good.
I don't want to talk about like smoking like it's good or anything, but
it's good.
Like when the summer turns to fall and the air is kind of crisp and you're outside smoking a cigarette, it's just like...
Yeah. I have a lot of fond, smoking memories. Like that. Like coffee with a cigarette outside too in the fall or something.
Yeah.
That was always nice. All the things. The hardest part for me to learn was how to drive without smoking.
Or in traffic and smoking.
Yes.
Like you're just like...
Because I would just smoke like constantly while I was in the car. Like, so when I quit, I had nothing to do and it felt weird. So for a while I had like, I would get like straws or like different things that were kind of shaped like a cigarette and I would just put it in my mouth. Or for a while I had like one cigarette that was my driving cigarette. And I'd never light it and I would just be like doing like the motion, which is super weird, but it kind of helps. Like, it's like, just confuses the mind.
Yeah. It's that, the oral fixation or like just the habit of like,
yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. But yeah.
Yeah. Quitting sucks.
When I'm old, I'll smoke again. Because it won't matter anymore.
Honestly.
It doesn't at that point, right?
Yeah. But like you're talking about how you smoked a lot and doing the biking, you thought you were going to die. Like my old sergeant major, RIP, he would run with a cigarette past you. In his mouth, faster.
How?
And I'm over here dying. Like, I was just like...
That's intense.
I'm like, I feel like that makes you like a certifiable badass if you can do that.
I mean, I agree.
Yeah,
Yeah. It's pretty amazing.
Yeah. Tobacco. This is not a tobacco endorsement.
I just like hold up a pack of Reds. You're like, oh.
Don't do this.
Yeah.
These are not tap, tap, tap. What you want to do.
Oh, man. So bad.
I haven't seen any anti-smoking. I don't even know why we're on this, but I haven't seen like those. You remember those Truth commercials?
Oh, yeah.
This is your lungs. This is your lungs on cigarettes.
Uh-huh.
You're like,
okay. Yeah.
Yeah. I remember one commercial and it was like it was like roommates and one person like took out like a dirty pan and started cooking on it and like they're all gross. But then the one dude who's not gross lights a cigarette and they're like, ew, that's gross. And you're just like,
that's funny. I'm like, oh, that's funny.
You're eating off a dirty pan and a dirty plate. Get out of here.
Yeah.
Shame. Where'd you get your tattoos from?
Oh man, just like it's been a while since I got a new one, but most of them were in Modesto. Yeah, I had like two guys that tattooed me growing up, that thought I was older than I was, so they would tattoo me. And then, yeah. So I looked like really cool when I was 16. I was like, yeah. Looked like I had already made a lot of bad decisions and my life was going nowhere good. Yeah, but it was, I still go.
A cautionary tale.
Yeah. But anytime I want to get tattooed now, I usually just wait if I want something. And when I go home, I'll like make an appointment with that person and just like go to the same guy still tattooing. He does a good job.
Okay, so you got that one person.
Yeah, like I'll wait most of the time, like, because I have like one of my like arm over here where it looks okay, but if you look like towards the inside of my arm, like, do you ever see like where the ink bleeds? I didn't even know that was a thing, but it happened to me. So it looks like I have like a bruise on my arm, like a big bruise, but it's just ink, like green ink.
Yeah.
It's like green and yellow. It looks like a bruise. But I was like, what the hell?
What is this?
So I was like, never again. So now I just kept going back to that same person. Yeah. How about you?
For my tattoos?
Yeah.
Where do I get them? Or
Yeah.
what? Well, wherever. Now,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
well,
Anyway, yeah.
well, you know, I got the first tattoo at 18, and you know, got the nautical star because I thought it was cool and so hardcore.
Yep.
Not so hardcore anymore, you know, saturated. And then I was too poor to get any other tattoos. So then I got into the army. I was like, oh, I got a paycheck now.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you like during like training, before you get to your actual unit, everyone was getting shitty tattoos. So I went back to Florida, and then I got, because there's a lot of state pride in the military, or like when I was in, rather than like America, you know, you weren't like, oh, you're like, I'm from Florida, or like I'm from California, and you're just like real state pride.
Yeah.
So then I got Florida tattooed on me, and then like a octopus or a kraken on my arm. It wasn't like it was like from this biker dude, but he wasn't that great. Or I mean, I guess it was all right, but it was a story, you know. I was just like,
Yeah.
And then I would just be like, hey, I'll just go to different places to get tats. I don't have that one dude that I'm like, that's my guy. I'm kind of jealous about it.
Yeah.
When you were laying down, you're like, yeah, I'm gonna get my neck fucking tatted. That's how hardcore I am. Were you ready for it when you did it, or were you just like, now or never?
I'd wanted it for like a long time, and I was like super just like pumped up about it. So I just was like getting it done. Was not a great experience though. It was pretty horrible. Yeah.
How many sessions?
I did it in 2 or 3, I
Okay.
think, total. Yeah. But, oh, man, it's so rough because they really have to, like, lean on you, like, while they're doing it. And that's, like, kind of the worst part, I think, is, like, he had to, like, would have to, like, lean a lot of his, like, arm and his weight on my face. Or, like, his hand with the gun, like, would be, like, on your jaw. And then when he would stop, you'd be, like, you know, like, shaking, like, from the gun. But, like, I don't know. It's just uncomfortable mostly, I think, actually.
Yeah, I'm always pumped about getting a tattoo, but I'm never pumped during the tattoo.
Yeah.
I'm just like when I got my chest done, I was just like, this was a horrible decision that I've just done.
Oh, no, yeah.
Not that but it's just like the pain
though.
sucks.
Yeah, no, I know
like,
what you mean, yeah. You're like, why am I doing this again?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like, what?
But you can't stop when to start. You just gotta keep going.
Yeah, but there's a really talented tattoo artist here. His name's Chipper Harbin. He'll be on the show next week.
Cool.
And I need to save up because I want to get my leg done, but I have a lot of leg.
Tall guy, yeah.
You know, it's blessed
Yeah.
and cursed. It's hard to find pants.
Yeah. Oh, man, yeah.
Or when you wash the one pair of pants that fit,
Just-
and then all of a sudden you're just like, what have I done?
No.
I should never wash these.
Just only buy capris. No, don't. That would be funny, though. For everybody else.
It wouldn't be fun. I'm gonna come into work like one day, just be like, "Hey guys, look at these!
Yeah.
Found them on sale at Kohl's." Speaking of fashion, I was in not downtown. Where the fuck was I at? I was over by. Do you know where Bar Taco is? Like over.
Yeah.
Bell bottoms are coming back.
Oh, I know. It's weird.
And, like I sat there drinking coffee, and I thought I was back in the 90s too, just because of what everybody was wearing.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm all about this. We need to get back here.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's like around that, like a lot of like, that's how like East Nashville's too. It's like a lot of the same way. I feel like I see a lot of girls in like bell bottoms and stuff again. Like I did a few years ago, but now it's like way more, like to where you're like notice it.
Yeah.
Like when you're like looking around, you know. But yeah.
Where am I?
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah, I don't think I can get away with the bell bottoms. I think I did when I was a kid, but I'm like just too short. I think I would just look hilarious. It would be like
well, now you have to get a pair.
just so we can find out.
Mm-hmm. How did you develop your sort of like fashion tastes?
Oh man. I was just actually saying the other day that I wish I had like pictures of myself like growing up, because it would be the most hilarious thing to look at it, because it was like kid and like kids clothes, and then I think I like middle school was like super awkward and weird, but then it was like middle school, everything changed, got like super emo and crazy and like looked hilarious, like oh my god. And then I was like dressing really punk for a while, and then I kind of stayed like that for a long time until like a few years ago I kind of hit this like point where I just like didn't care that much anymore. So now I go shopping, like I'll go shopping like once a year, but I'll buy just like t-shirts and jeans, and then I'm just like maybe like one jacket that kind of looks cool and like sneakers and stuff. Just keep it simple, keep it comfortable.
Yes, you gotta have the one jacket that goes with everything.
Yeah.
And then the one pair of shoes that go with everything, and then anything else is
whatever.
It's mix or match.
Yeah, that's what I do. It's better that way. It's easier.
Easier.
So much easier.
Speaking of your emo phase, what type of bands did you get into during that time?
Oh my god. I'm trying to remember, like I listened to a lot of My Chemical Romance.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the kind of stuff I liked.
Yeah, I can't hate on MCR, dude. Except for I didn't like the Black Parade album. I didn't really care for it.
What was the one before that called? I don't remember. That was the one I liked a lot, like when it came out.
Isn't that the one that like blasted onto the scene?
Yeah. Dang. I can't believe I don't remember. I actually still have a t-shirt from like 7th grade that's like a My Chemical Romance t-shirt.
Man, I remember the first time like hearing like Avenged Sevenfold.
Oh yeah, them too. Yeah.
Like, yes, this is me.
Yeah, I listened to them too. I'd have to think. I feel like I listened to a lot of stuff, but I don't remember off the top of my head what it was. Yeah.
Was there anything that you listened to that made you like gain any type of influence for the music that you wanted to do when you were performing?
I think around the time I was listening to a lot of don't laugh at me, but the White Stripes. I was really into the White Stripes.
I like the White Stripes.
A lot of people make fun of me for liking them. I still like them.
I only really know their earlier stuff.
Yeah, there's like, I forget how many years total they were doing all of that, but yeah, it's like all over the place.
Because when I listened to you when you sent me your music, I thought of like the Yeah Yeah Yeahs.
Oh yeah, them too, definitely. Yeah, I love the Yeah Yeah Yeahs.
And then another band, but their name escapes me at this moment. But I was like, yeah, I was like, I can see.
You're like, I'm seeing it.
I'm seeing it.
I see where you got that.
So after all that, you're in your journey, you went back to school again.
Yes, I did. Yeah, I was yeah, I forget. Oh yeah, I was it's like kind of weird, but like there was once had been in information security for a while, I remembered something that my teacher from my tech school had talked about at one point, and he was like talking about like how there's like so many like child exploitation crimes, and that like a lot of them like never get prosecuted because they don't have like enough like investigators like to do it on like the digital forensic side and stuff. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna I want to do that, so I'm gonna like go back to school so I can do that stuff. So that's kind of what drove that, and so I did that, and it sucked. Like
Of course.
being an adult in school, like it's so much harder. Like it's just like so draining. But it's like go to work all day and it's school time. Have fun, you know.
Kill me now.
Oh, it's the weekend. Doesn't matter. You gotta study. But yeah, it was like 4 years of that, and then I finished last year. But it sucked because, I mean, there was, you know, worse things, obviously, but with the pandemic, like, I didn't get to walk the stage, so I was kind of disappointed.
I didn't get to walk for my master's either.
Oh, no. I didn't realize you had, like, just,
Yeah.
like, yeah.
I was like,
yeah.
I was like,
I, like, got did you, like, get your cap and gown?
Yeah.
Yeah, and you were, like, all excited.
yeah. I was like, I'm getting this fucking thing regardless. And I just, like, took a picture. I was like,
That's what I did too. Yeah, I just like took a picture like smiling, but I'm like, it's like funny because I'm like standing next to a garbage can full of garbage. So
I feel like there's some sort of like poetry right there.
exactly.
You know?
Yeah. So
Some sort of deep
poetic.
meaning.
Yeah, but yeah, that sucked for sure. And then was just like looking for like a job that I could have any like kind of like forensics experience at. So I like switched jobs and just trying to like do what I can. My like end goal is still to do the child exploitation stuff someday, but it takes time
Yeah.
to get where you want to go. That's okay.
So you see yourself like looking for like working for law enforcement later down the line?
I would like to, yeah, but you know, I don't know. It was it's hard to even get like internships for that stuff. Like a lot of the forensic stuff, I was trying for like the last few years of college, like really hard, but man, I just like they fill up so fast.
Yeah.
So it's just like you like apply for one, but it's like, oh, sorry, it's gone. Yeah,
Gone.
it's been filled, and you're like, ah.
Yes. Well, especially like you don't know like how the hiring process is, like the good old boy club, or
Yeah.
someone's like, oh, I already got this person lined up because there's like a waiting list. It's always a pain in the ass. I hate interviewing and applying for jobs.
Yeah, it sucks.
It's a battle.
It really is.
Like, how do I make myself look better than this person?
Yeah.
Like, I really need this job. Like, you always
I'm
get
special.
you always get. Why do you want this job? Because I need to get paid.
Yeah. I need money.
Money.
I mean, I care about what you're doing here.
Love the mission.
Yeah, oh my god.
All about it. Why are you leaving your old job? Because I need more money.
Yeah. It's like funny because what was the last like interview that I had, it was funny because it was like the last one was like a big interview with like a bunch of different teams and stuff, and they were asking me like some technical questions, but then a lot of them ended up being also like soft skills. Like, was not prepared for that at all because I was used to just getting drilled like with questions, like the IT questions on interviews. So I just didn't even think about it. I like prepared for all the like technical stuff, and I was like, all right, I'm ready for this. And then I like, as soon as I started getting hit by those like soft skill questions, I was just like going blank a little bit. And
I like people.
Yeah. What would you do if your coworker, like stuff like that? And I'm like,
I tell him, welcome to the Thunderdome.
yeah.
It's going down.
I'd slap him in the face.
Well, the first thing you got to do is you got to walk in there, slap them, establish dominance. To let them know where they are in the hierarchy, and then proceed.
Yeah. Well, that's easy, Brenda. I'd start with making them hate themselves.
I'll glare at them during meetings.
make you feel unsafe.
Yeah. Like, have you ever had one of those times where you're in a meeting and someone says something, you're just like, why did you say that? And you're just looking at them like, did you know what you just did to us?
What have you done? Yeah.
What? Yeah.
Yeah.
You motherfucker. Yeah. Man, IT is difficult because it's ever evolving. And then I don't know about you, but sometimes I just like lose motivation to learn sometimes. Like, not learn, because I always like to learn other things I find like more interesting to do. Like, I'll sometimes be like, oh, I'm going to try to learn a language. And I'd rather do that other than like going back to IT and trying to learn, because you're like, I do this every day.
Yep.
Like, I'm envious of certain people who can do it every day and just want to hone that craft so hard that they'll just keep reading. Me, I'm just like, it just starts leaking out my ears. I'm just like,
yeah. Yeah, that's how I was like when I got out of school as well. I feel like we're like just on the same, like in the same headspace about that then, because it's like you were saying, you're constantly learning all the time from people around you and stuff, or just like whatever you're running into, like. But then I feel like it's when it comes to like additional like learning hours, like maybe during the weekend or after work, it's like, I don't want to do that right now. I want to like go see a friend or like go outside, like watch TV with like anything else than
anything
this.
other than being like, oh, look at this, put this in a disassembler and then look at the hex. No, I don't want to do that. I don't.
No, yeah.
Ugh.
It's rough.
IT probs. Think your local IT person.
Please.
Or else they'll lock you out. Was it?
That made me remember something. When I was working in the help desk, I got to like a point where like once I had been there for like, I think it was like once I had been there for a few years already, and I was like comfortable with like all the people that worked there, we would have like our end users were like in warehouses and stuff. So I didn't ever run into them. I didn't see them ever. You know, I just like they were on the phone and that was it.
Yeah.
So I would always be really pleasant on the phone, and like they'd call like angry and screaming and this and that and like being a real jerk. And I remember one day this lady kept calling in and we were just trying to help her, but she was like saying like the most like rude things.
Yeah.
Being really insane, like ridiculous. And I like this guy, my friend Robert, was interning at the time, and he was sitting next to me because he was like shoulder surfing with me for the day.
Yeah.
And I like slammed my headset down and I stood up and I was like, I'm resetting all that bitch's passwords. I was like furious, and I just like sat down and like started like typing furiously, and I was like resetting them for all the applications he had access to, and like yeah, just to like ruin her day and like make her have to keep calling, like, and she did.
You done fucked up.
Yeah, you fucked up bad.
Well, help desk is funny because you need the person to help you. It's like, help me help you. Tell me what you see. Or what's going, oh, it wasn't plugged in.
Yeah.
Yeah. But there is something to be learned from help desk and like helping people remotely when you don't have that. Because, you know,
good skill.
Yeah, if you do it in the office, you like, you just mush them out the way and just like, get out
Take
my
over.
way.
Yeah.
Be like, all right, did you do this? Can we do this?
Yeah, I know.
It's a
like,
gauntlet.
Yeah, it's hard to learn. I remember trying to learn how to do that. Like, just walk someone through something without seeing it in front of you. Like, but then, yeah.
Yeah. Man, I worked for this, when I worked for the help desk, I worked for this, like, healthcare company that worked inside prisons.
Oh, man.
Right. And, you know, you do the shoulder surfing, but yeah, when they cut me off loose, and I was like, when I got the first call, I was just like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? You're like, I got to do this on my own shit. You're like, do I even know what's about to happen right now? answer, and you're just like, all right,
Yeah.
but you somehow you get better at it. But my
Yeah.
main goal was just to be like, I want to get somewhere where I don't have to answer phone calls.
I know that's actually exactly how I was too. I was when I was working at that company. I became friends with the guy that was like an infosec over it, and he kind of talked me like into going over there. He was like, "You'll like it," because he was like, "We get along. Like it'll be fun too. You know, it'll be great." I was like, "All right." I didn't know anything about this stuff at all, like other than a cert that I got like several years ago,
Yeah.
like a Security Plus, which I did not remember at all.
Nope.
It was gone, like out of my ears, you know. But yeah, like at the time, I was just like, I gotta do anything else if this is gonna get me away from like talking to end users like all day, you know.
Oh, yeah.
It's terrible.
Yeah, I was like, I'll do anything. And I almost ended up on like the network engineering team, which I'm glad I didn't, because I do not like networking like that.
Oh yeah.
I'm not trying to be in those, you know, in the console trying to type up. Man, I totally just like blanked on when you go into the switch to and router to program it. But damn,
I'm trying to think of it now too. These people aren't gonna know when you're swimming.
when you're swimming through the DHCP pool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now you're talking about.
I do know InfoSec and other related things to networking in a very limited concept or pool. Man, I'm like fucking up my words right now.
Welcome to my life.
But I do know that stuff. I am employed for it, and if you need me to scan your hard drive and find out what you're hiding in there, I can do that.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to configure a switch.
No, that sounds terrible.
There we go. Configure a switch. That's what I was going for, and then I couldn't. Went through that roller coaster.
Yeah, I know the feeling. I'm surprised I haven't done. Maybe I've done it a few times and didn't notice, but I do that a lot where I get like stuck, and it'll be the simplest word, and it's just like I can't think of what it is, and I'll just start like going,
the thing that's on the thing.
People are just like, what? Did you just have a stroke?
Possibly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes I feel a little self-conscious, like talking about my like experience within like my own job field, because I know I'm qualified to do what I need to do, but I'm also like confident in my Googling skills to do what I need to do, which is mainly what you do in IT, right?
Yeah.
But it's like when I meet someone like Chris, or someone that can like speak things so fluently from their mind, and you're just like, damn, I don't know shit.
Yeah. I feel like that a lot too, so you're not alone.
Solidarity.
Yeah, it's crazy. I know the feeling. It's just like, I feel like I'm smart, but this guy's really smart.
How do you overcome that?
Oh man, I just you know what? It got me really bad when I was in school, and when I was like working my way up in like InfoSec, because as far as like different jobs and stuff, but like I would feel like, I'd be like, cool, like I've been in school. I've been in school for 2 years. I've learned all this stuff. Like I'm awesome. This is great, And then I'd meet somebody who like hadn't even never started college. Like they didn't need to. They were just intelligent and they knew stuff. But they'd be like older than me. But I'd still get hung up on just like, I should know as much as they do.
I gotta be better.
I can't. I've got to be perfect. But I was like driving myself crazy and just being dumb. So I finally was just like, all right, look, I don't know everything, and that's okay. I never will. And even the people that are smarter than me, they don't know everything. It's impossible.
Yeah.
So just accept it.
I suffer from hella stage fright. And I want to speak at a conference about something that's like one of my goals,
Yeah.
to speak at like some security conference. Mm-hmm. But I am petrified of the Q&A section afterwards.
Oh,
where they ask you questions, where you get to ask the expert questions, because I just blank out immediately. Like,
a good way to start doing this, because I did it. Have you ever heard of the ISSA conference that they have them like all over the U.S.?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But they have one in Nashville too, like every year normally. But I would do my boss for my first InfoSec job would sign me up for them because he learned that I was terrible at public speaking and had bad stage fright too. Mm-hmm. So he started signing me up for them every year. But it was I had to introduce people at these conferences. So I would go up on the stage and the little podium with the mic, and I would say who was coming up and say a little bit about them and what they were going to be talking about, and then I would get off the stage. But that was so difficult for me. It was hard, but it was good to do,
Yeah.
But it sucked.
And coming to the stage now is oh god,
The first one I did was so bad. Yeah.
Phil, and he's gonna talk about physical security.
Yeah, everything's a question. It was so bad. Yeah, it looked I think the first one I did, the first year I only did one, but it was horrible. I was only up there for a minute or 2 minutes maybe, and I was just sweating profusely, real bad. Looked like I was just standing under a shower head. But I was just sweating and stuttering and going through it, and it was so bad. It was so bad.
Are these lights hotter than these lights aren't like my house? These are all,
You guys hot?
yeah, guys,
I'm hot here. Yeah.
man,
but-
someone turn on the AC.
I think that's definitely a good thing. I need to start working at that again because I'm pretty bad at it too, but it's it's a good thing to work on for sure.
Yeah. It's because, some of those people in the audience always try to get you with those gotcha questions.
Yeah.
Which is fucked up in a way.
Yeah.
It's come on now. It's
You knew about this.
Mm-hmm. Oh, well, why didn't you talk about how microwaving the hard drive completely wipes it and it makes it unrecoverable when you're trying to...
Nope.
I
didn't read about that one.
Sorry.
I'd be you know what? That is a fabulous question. Fortunately, we're out of time. I'll be walking around afterwards. Maybe you'll catch me, and we'll revisit this.
Yes.
Thank you, everybody. And then just walk off stage really fast.
Yep. I'll be at the bar that you're not at.
Yeah. I'll be at one of these bars downtown. Come find me.
Where's Waldo?
Yeah.
Thank you for stopping by today. It was awesome.
It was fun.
Let the Visionaries know what you got going on. Any of your last words?
See ya.
That's what she's got going on. All right. And remember to share, comment, and subscribe on YouTube and rate us on iTunes and Spotify and all that good stuff. We'll talk to you later. Peace.